We welcome you back to Palo Alto, California, the beautiful campus of Stanford University. And next up, the GMC Envoy Women's 800-meter race. World record set in 1983. Gerald Miles Clark still holds the American record set in Zurich last year. And the fastest in the world this year, 157.49. Fastest in the United States, run by Regina Jacobs, who graduated from Stanford in 1985. And 15 years later, she is enjoying a wonderful season. Regina Jacobs knows what it takes to be a champion. An arduous schedule has prepared her for the stiff competition that awaits at the Olympic trials.
I'm looking forward to a really good build-up, getting ready for the Olympic trials, because the Olympic trials are so competitive in the U.S. It's like competing in the Olympics. But then really pacing myself for this season so that I have a good Olympics and the potential to medal and possibly even a gold medal in Sydney.
A gold medal is Regina's goal, and she's been very impressive at 3 different distances over the last 2 weeks. She's been on top of her game, waving bye-bye to the rest of the competition.
And Regina Jacobs has been incredibly impressive, running a 158.08 in Eugene and coming back the next day and winning the 3,000 meters. Now, she hasn't told anybody what event she's going to run at the Olympic trials yet. She's qualified in the 8, the 15, and the 5,000, and she could be a threat in all 3.
Now let's check the lane assignments. Teter of the United States, Alisa Harvey. Wamuyu of Kenya finished second to Regina in the 1,500-meter race in Raleigh 2 weeks ago. Diane Cummins of Canada runs alongside Regina. Miesha Marzell of the United States and Julian Reynolds share lane 6. Then Tanya Blake of Great Britain, Lindsay Hyatt, and Shayne Culpepper of Boulder, Colorado running in the outside.
Over in the range of this woman at age 37, the American record holder at 1,000 meters and 5,000 meters. She is having one of the best years of her career, and she's already twice the silver medalist at the World Championship level in the 1,500. We know she will run that race in the Olympic Games. She's just now getting a little bit more speed work in preparation for the Olympic trials, as it appears as though she may even take the lead when they break for the pole.
Makes the break on the inside where Nicole Teter, the 26-year-old former U.S. junior champion, gives way.
There is no designated rabbit for this race, and we were sort of surprised at that because we thought Regina may want to be towed to a real good time, and she feels she can run the time that she wants to run on her own if necessary.
Regina said one reason she dropped out from the 1,500 to the 800 is to run against Gladys Wamuyu of Kenya, and she's doing that right now. She's just off Wamuyu's shoulder.
You know, Regina Jacobs is in such incredible control right now. I think she is one of the athletes who I talked about earlier who is focused more so on the Olympic Games than the Olympic trials.
59.80 for the very first lap, so the endurance and strength of Regina Jacobs won't really even be tested as she just plays with Gladys Wamuyu. She may make her move very soon, though. She could just be practicing her sprint from either 200 or 300 out.
And she also knows that she's going to have to turn her feet over a lot quicker than she did in Eugene when she lost to Maria Mutolo. She knows that she needs to get the turnover because in the last 110 meters, 150 meters of the 1,500 meters, she's got to be moving quickly.
Lindsay Hyatt of Stanford trying to keep pace with Regina Jacobs. Now Jacobs moves up and out. Tanya Blake running second. Regina Jacobs, Wamuyu back in second place now, and here comes the Stanford graduate, Regina Jacobs, breezing to the victory.
Well, I'll tell you, Vern, we talked about Regina not really having as much turnover in Eugene when she ran 158.08, and she looked a lot better here, Dwight. She was turning the feet over, and that is so important. I talked to her after that race, and she said, absolutely correct, Carol. I have got to be able to sprint with the best people. And as we saw in Eugene, Szabo had an incredible kick, and take a look at Regina Jacobs' turnover here. In Eugene, she was long and stretched out. Right now, she's getting the feet down.
And she must have seen our tape and seen that Maria Mutola, who is a shorter athlete, a stockier athlete, but also shorter legs, how she was able to pick him up and put him down. Look at how much Regina has shortened her stride, maybe 6 inches over last weekend, in order to get her feet back on the ground. That will serve her well.
Regina Jacobs with the victory in the women's 800. And she's down with Armin Kateya.
Regina, very impressive tune-up, not so much for the trials, but really for the games.
Yeah, but also for the trials. I mean, our Olympic trials are the best in the world. And I've been telling everyone, if you can't get to Sydney, definitely get to Sacramento.
We're talking about Sydney. Carol had mentioned, we really haven't told anybody yet exactly which event you're going to run. We're here in the 1500. What is it going to happen with it?
I'm definitely running the 1500 at Sydney and the trials, but the speculation is the double.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Armin, our congratulations to Regina Jacobs. Wamuyu of Kenya finishes second, and Nicole Teter of the United States moved into third.